Hey up my ducks, it's Simon here, welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. I wasn't going to film this tonight because Wednesday is a late night for me. I have my class after work and I don't get back till quite late. But then I realised, so I was going to do it tomorrow, and then I realised I've also got something on tomorrow. And I really wanted to, well, you know what we're like. We get a parcel and do we really want to wait? So a little bit of history. In the back end of last year, I was contacted by a subscriber and somebody who's in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. And her name's Raven. And she said, you know, I don't normally do this, but I just wanted to reach out and just say thank you for your channel, for the group, how much it's meant to her. And then through conversation, she was also saying that she was purging some decks and she wanted to send me a couple. And she had quite a few actually that she was letting go of, and asked if there was any that I wanted, which was a lovely kind thought. So there was two. I offered to buy them or pay postage, but she wouldn't have that. She said she was letting go of them. She contacted me because she wanted me to have them, which was really kind. So if you are watching this, Raven, thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. This is super fast as well in terms of how, I think it was the weekend, I think it was Saturday, that she contacted me and said, I'm at the postal place, they want your details, and I gave my details, and it arrived today on Wednesday, which is really fast. So yeah, that's impressive. And it wasn't FedEx either. I'm not quite sure who delivered it. Maybe UPS, I think. But anyway, let's show you. Wow, this is a big I think I know what that is, and if obviously you'll have seen the title of the video. So there's two decks, and I'm going to do a walkthrough of one and perhaps another one on a different day, but there's a couple of other little bits. Oh, this is the book that goes with the Isidore Tarot, which is really, I saw it and I just thought this looks really quirky. And I do recall when I saw it, I was like, wow, that deck is really cool and quite out there and quite quirky. I love the art style. And it wasn't familiar to me, but then the more I've looked at it, I kind of think, yeah, I've seen this in the history. Oh, look, we've got some tarot stickers of the RWS Tarot. How cool is that? Smithwaite Tarot stickers. That would be great for journaling. Wow, love it. I didn't even know that this was a thing and that you could buy Smithwaite Tarot stickers, but that's really cool. This is a great idea as well if you want to like put your own like guidebook together or meanings of the cards, because obviously if you're getting a deck like I do, and you know you do even if you're just doing a one card pull, unless you're not putting that card back into the deck, I knew one would turn over. It's probably best to show this with RWS as well. But if you're not putting it back, if you're putting it back into the deck, there's a chance you're going to pull it again, you know. You're not going to pull just one out at a time. But what's really cool is you can use these for, you know, doing like your own meanings and your own thoughts about each of the card, if you get yourself a little tarot journal or something. So that's cool. A little note, thank you for everything that you do, especially for the tarot community. May these decks as stickers find you happy and well. Raven. So lovely. Thank you so much. I'm always very humbled when somebody just for the sake of it reaches out, and not you know, not just by sending a gift, although that in itself is very humbling, but you know, when they say what you do has really made an impact. Nobody knows what people are going through in this community, and I certainly didn't know, you know, when I started a channel almost 6 years ago and started making content, that it would have any impact. You know, I just did it for the fun and the experience, and you know, it really has been an incredible journey, and I've met some amazing people in the process, which has really enriched my life. So you know, it goes both ways. When people reach out and say you've really made an impact, and thank you, then just know too that you guys really have made an impact on me. I'm carefully replacing these because I can the tape and everything, because these haven't been used. Look, these are red, and they're great for when I send out parcels and packages as well. So I'm just carefully removing the tape and nattering away to you. I hope you don't mind. I find it quite satisfying, actually. It's like, I mean, bubble wrap, you can use that for a bit of a stress reliever as well, can't you? Popping the bubbles, that's quite satisfying. But I'm really enjoying just taking these tape bits off as well. And I've got myself some cool little bags for packaging. And look, there's a little hermit sticker here as well. So cool. I'll have to look out for them because that's really good. And if I can get quite a few, then I can use them for like daily card pulls and things like that, and journal on them. All right. Oh, well, look at these. There's loads here. This is really cool, but I'm going to do that later. Otherwise, I will be, most of this video will be me unwrapping this deck. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this. And I didn't realise as well till I went back and looked at the messages that this was a special edition, which again is which is incredible to be gifted this. Wow. So this is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot, and just look at this box. It's got a little clasp here, and look on the inside. We've got this gorgeous velvet bag. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Okay, and I know oh, look at the inside. Really gorgeous. It's got this gold satin with this beautiful purple velvet. And as I say, people are probably familiar with this deck. Oh, it's got this gorgeous brushed matte gold gilding. These are the backs, which are gorgeous. Kind of, they are reminiscent. Take that one out. In 2022, I think that's, and in 2021, I think that's an advertisement card. But as you can see here, this is the certificate of authenticity. This is number 9 of 700. Does that say Trocker Studios on there? Or we've got like a moon and sun logo. The Elemental Wisdom Tarot Limited Edition. Cardstock is incredible. So the backs are a little bit richer than the certificate, as you can see here. I'm just going to make sure these are in order. So we've got our aces first. Look how beautiful. In fact, let's bring the camera down a little bit so you can get a better look. Okay, so I've just put this deck into order with the majors first, and yeah, just makes it easier for the walkthrough. First thing to mention is the cardstock. So I'm just going to, it's bigger than, and this might be because it's the same with my Dark Mansion that's in a box. That one is a little bit bigger than the standard Dark Mansion. But as you can see, against a regular tarot card, it's quite a bit bigger and wider. It's a really nice, decent size. And the images, I think it's because it's on rose petal. Again, like my limited edition Dark Mansion deck, that one is also on rose petal finish. And rose petal is the one that actually literally feels like if you pull a rose petal off and rub it in your fingers, it has that, some people say skin feel as well. So it's completely matte, but you get no reflection, and this is under a light. So if I was to show you here, you get a reflection on a glossy surface. But on this, there is no reflection whatsoever, and it has this beautiful soft finish, and it makes the colours just really stand out. It is so vibrant. Now, it's an 80 card deck because there's 2 Fools and I believe 2 Star cards from memory. And you choose which ones you want in your deck, or indeed if you want both. I love them both. I love this kind of Fool, although it's more of a court jester type Fool on the palace walls. But I do like that sort of the dog barking at his heels, you know, and the carefree nature, kind of on the edge of a precipice, with kind of imminent danger all around as well. But I think this one just seems to be more in keeping, and I really like this youthful spirit here with all the different animals around. We've got lots of different species of birds. We've got the squirrel, a couple of squirrels. And it's just is on this adventure, you know. It's tucked in his trousers into his socks and he's packed his bag and off he goes. And it's just a really nice card. These backs are beautiful. Here's our magician. I love that the tablet here that is resting on almost like a tabletop has the landscape design. Can you just see it there? We've got this lightning, you know, the as above, so below, the hand up and down, and the lightning behind that it seems to be bringing forth. And then we've got, of course, the tools, the magician's tools representing the elements. Gorgeous High Priestess card. These almost look like faces of like a, I don't know, like a pug dog or something. I think it's just because that's what my brain does. It kind of tries to make order out of chaos, so I see things that aren't always there. But it's really beautiful. I love this full moon here, but now it's kind of shimmering. The Empress is very voluptuous. Look at the rich colours in this card. The abundance in this card is just magnificent, really beautiful. Our Emperor in his armour. Very interesting in the background, very fiery background. The Hierophant is quite religious, it's very popish. I know some people won't like that, but... And I was surprised there wasn't an alternative for the Lovers. Being as we've got 2 Fool cards and 2 Star cards, I would have thought they might have done something with the Lovers. That tends to be, you know, if there are additional cards added to a tarot deck, it tends to be the Lovers. So you get some choices around genders, etc. Look at this chariot. I love the fact that you've got this fire, this forest fire raging in the background that they're escaping from. But it's got these huskies dragging the chariot through the snow. So you get that contrast with the elements there. Gorgeous strength card. I mean, what can I say? Just beautiful. I love her hair. It's almost lioness-ish, isn't it? Herself, there's this kind of kinship. The Hermit is magnificent. I could just sit and just take these images in. It's so beautiful. Our Wheel of Fortune. And then we have our Justice. So again, it's a fully illustrated deck. It's following RWS. So it has Strength at 8 and Justice at 11. Love that she's blindfolded. The Hanged Man. Oh wow, he doesn't have a lower part. He's actually coming out of the tree. You know, we've got all these kind of gnarly roots. I had to turn it that way because I wondered if it was a different perspective and this was growing up. But yeah, it's kind of merged with the tree, which is really, really interesting. Cardstock is lovely and thick. This is a stunning deck. Look at Death. Wow. Graves in the foreground here below. Crosses. Temperance is beautiful. This time we get, you know, rather than water or fire, we're getting the night and day. We get that balance, how she's directly in between. And we get this beautiful sun shining through the trees, the butterflies. And then we get this nighttime scene with the fireflies. Look at that for a devil card. Look at that devil. Tower is epic. Love the sky here. The colours in that sky. I don't know if this deck is in print still. I should have perhaps checked. Because it's been sent to me as a gift, I'm not aware if it's still available. If it is, there'll be a link in the description. I hope it is, because this is a beauty. So here's our two star cards. I mean, they're both gorgeous. Both really lovely. It's hard to choose with this one. I really can't. I think I'm going to go with this. I think. But that's beautiful. Decisions. Take these decisions away from me. Just give me a card. This kind of reminds me of Teletubbies. Although it's not a baby's face, but it's a very realistic face in the sun. We got the little child here. We still get that kind of red sash. And beautiful sunflowers and butterflies. Judgment. That's really interesting. Because, you know, that almost seems, the figure almost seems like a gender neutral figure, non-binary figure, which is wonderful. I can't, you know, for me, that could be male, female, or non-binary. The World, gorgeous. Look at the Ouroboros around the earth there. stretching its tail. Love the rainbow colours here. And again, you know, this is the elemental wisdom. There's lots of elements being represented throughout this deck as well. Now, the aces are stunning. So I'm just going to bring the camera up a little bit because I want you to see the 4 aces together because they're presented in such a beautiful way. Okay, so hopefully that's all in shot, but just look at that. They really embody the elements in a beautiful, beautiful way. The pentacles, the earth suit, you know, it's just beautiful. All the different flowers, it's very earthy. The wateriness of the cups, the fish, the waves, and then the fiery element for the wands. And then we have the air. And again, you know, we've got birds representing air, we've got the clouds. But they all seem to be, even though, you know, they're representing their element, they all seem to be up in the air. You know, you do see the sky. Here you've got a rocky terrain for the earth. I hope that's showing properly. But you've got the night sky here as well. So they're almost from the same perspective. You've got the water here and the sky again here, and with the air suit. Just beautifully uniformed, but each representing and basking in their elements. Just beautiful. So I will proceed. So here's our 2 of coins. Really get that sense of balance. Again, we've got this infinity figure 8. 3 of Pentacles. I love this. This reminds me, and it's not going to be triggering, but it does remind me of my Mormon background, because on the temples, they have an angel Moroni, and the angel Moroni is trumpeting, and it's signaling the second coming. So seeing this kind of church house here, but a very grand spire, like a temple, and different temples, spires here, and then this angel being put on the top that's trumpeting, it does take me back. 4 of coins. It's interesting they're using coins rather than pentacles. The 5. That's a different perspective, isn't it? But you still get that sense of isolation, you know, outside, braving the elements, a little battered, a little bruised. The 6 with the open hands is somebody here, you know, weighing up and, you know, using discernment. 7. Beautiful 9 of Cups. Interesting 10 of Cups. So it's very, very similar in design to the Ace. So, you know, it's bringing together that sort of progression from Ace through to 10. And we get this Tree of Life, Kabbalah Tree of Life here, which we do see in the arrangement of the coins in the RWS deck. But we get that scene below, don't we, of a family and the generations and the 2 dogs. And this one just seems a little bit more pippish, but stripped back, perhaps. I like the perspective when it comes to the courts. I like the way that they're quite close up. We see their expressions and they're very expressive. Again here for the Queen. We're not seeing her sat on a throne away off in the distance. You know, we get this very up close and personal encounter with the courts. I love this maze in the background. piece, which we showed you, the two. We got a mermaid and a merman. A merlord, is it? Again, very watery. These look like they're all mer people. That's beautiful. The 5. And again, very traditional, you know, she's focusing more on the cups that have been spilt, overturned, rather than the 2 that are still upright. We get this sense of a setting sun as well. She's looking very melancholy. I love the autumnal colours of the leaves and the fallen leaves on the ground as well. 6 is beautiful. The 7. 8. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Big up for bald-haired guys. They don't get shown enough in tarot. Page. I love that dolphin. Ah, this is such a beautiful deck. Really is. And then we have our wand suit. Love this masonry work that's going off here. It's interesting that we often see the 2 of Wands with the person with the world in the palm of their hand, but how this is kind of almost, you know, levitated above her hand. The 3, the ship setting sail. 4, interesting 5. Actually, this and the 5 here, because people often see the 5 as like a battle, you know. But even when I look at the RWS 5, I haven't got one immediately to hand. But you know, it is, even though that's happening, they are creating, there's something forming, and here we've got this beautiful interconnected, interwoven, almost like a lattice happening here. We don't see them battling, we just see them, you know, holding on to their staves. Lots of fire energy here for the 8 of Wands. Beautiful. Wow. Quite a tribe. This suit is very tribal. The one suit here. And then we go into our swords. Gorgeous 2 of Swords. Look at her hair. You can see the ocean bed as well. Water is quite clear. Moon. There's our 3 of Swords. I love this 4 of Swords. I think this is so beautiful. It's almost like Sleeping Beauty, but just a stunning scene. I love the architecture here. Just gorgeous. The candles, the flowers. The 5. Six. Look at this, how it's blood stained. The tail of her dress, she's got this very long train on her chair. I love this perspective as well of going off between these 2 mountains. The 8 of Swords. Wow. Notice that none are, you know, piercing her in any way. Oh, wow, riding an eagle. Wow, there we have it. So that's the Elemental Wisdom Tarot, and it's the limited edition, which is just gorgeous. I'm going to put these inside the box so that they're separate from the deck, and I'm going to have a play with that properly tomorrow. I was doing an interview spread with it, so that's going to go in there. I won't do a walkthrough now of the second deck, but just to show you what else the lovely Raven has sent, which you'll have seen anyway from the book, if I can get in it. This one is a little bit different than the one before in terms of how it's been wrapped. Okay. Everything's been wrapped so well, which is lovely, because it's come all the way from the States. Oh, this is in a box too. Oh no, it's a tin. Oh wow. I don't know if I knew that it was in a tin. So yeah, so this is the Isidore Tarot. I think that's how it's pronounced. A Neo-Victorian tarot with the accompanying book, which looks really interesting. And yeah, I will do... Oh wow, look at this. Look how beautiful. It's a spread cloth. Look how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I'll do a walkthrough of this perhaps tomorrow. So thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. This was a lovely surprise. I wasn't expecting it to come so quickly, and it arrived today. Raven, thank you again for your kindness and generosity, and I hope that you was able to rehome the other decks that you were letting go from your collection. I certainly appreciate these two coming into my collection, and they will be much used and well loved. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody, I'll be back tomorrow to do a walkthrough of the Isidore Tarot. So hopefully catch you then. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.